Hi everybody, it's Razzleberry here from stampwithsarah.co.uk. Thanks for watching today. Last night I had a craft class at my local library, and that's in Heysham in Morecambe in Lancashire. That's a monthly class. We made 4 cards using the beautiful You stamp set, which is this one. We used all the ladies and some of the messages. And we also combined it with the Mediterranean Moment stamp set. I've seen this idea on Pinterest, and I just wanted to show everybody that follows me on my blog what we got up to last night and how to do it. So as you can see, we've got the lovely lady walking down the street somewhere in France, and I'm going to show you a clever way of doing it. So to start off, you need a normal card, which is a C6 card, and the finished size is 10.5 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters. I don't have that in inches, but I will put that on the screen. Then you need 2 layers of rich razzleberry, and they measure 14 centimeters by 9.5, or 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then you need 2 pieces of Whisper White, and this is just the thin Whisper White cardstock. It's 13.3 centimeters by 9, or 5 1/4 inches by 3.5 inches. Just to start off with, you need the coordinating ink pad to the Smoky Slate card, which is Smoky Slate ink. And you need to take the lady with the umbrella, and we're just going to stamp round the edge here. Do this with your card closed, because then you won't get it going round the fold. Okay, that just will give us a little bit of detail around the edge. The next thing to do is get your Whisper White layer. And first of all, I'm going to stamp the inside to have that finished. And that will just glue with snail or fuse like that and go inside the card. I love this fuse. Fast fuse is my favourite adhesive to use from Stampin Up. And I've just run out, so you can tell I like it. I'll just grab another one. Okay, so it's probably good to show you me actually changing the refill. So you keep the black part of the fuse, completely discard the middle. This is one of the refills, and I'm pretty sure, yes, you do. You get 20 meters in the refill. And how did it go? That's the question. So you need to line up this circle and this circle with the two cylinders coming out the middle there. And then you have the next one ready to go. Okay. So next I'm going to do the front of the card, and you need the other piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp this lady in the basic grey Archival ink. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be doing adding the colour over the top, and the grey Archival ink won't bleed when I add some of the water or the moisture to it. So I'm going to stamp her the sort of bottom right corner. Alright, Now next I'm going to take the largest stamp from the Mediterranean Moment stamp set. You can see these are actually smaller. These are 75% smaller on the front than actually inside the case. And these are the stamps. So you can see that that's the biggest one. It's quite large. Again, I'm going to ink it in the basic grey Archival ink. Now I have a mask here. This mask is just a post-it note. And how I made that was I stamped the lady down the sticky strip. Where's she gone? She's on my desk, here she is. Stamp her down the strip here, and then you want to cut her out. And you can see how I've cut her out there. I've left the shadow at the bottom. And this you can use as many times as you like, provided that your tackiness on the post-it note is still there. So you can keep these inside your stamp case, and then when you need to do it, the card next time, you've got them ready to use. So I'm just going to zoom in and show you this. So I'm just going to re-ink my stamp in the basic grey, which is far from basic, and then position my scene, make sure I've got it the right way up, and position my scene over the lady and pop it pretty central. Press down firmly and evenly, straight up and straight down, or straight down and straight up, and then you can remove your mask. And there she is. She's just about to take a seat on this bench. Isn't it great? I think it's so clever, and you'd never know that those two stamps weren't really the same, you know, one whole stamp. It's absolutely genius. Aren't they pretty? So as we did last night, this one I coloured in completely, but you can just add colour to the lady if you wanted to. The colours that I used for the scene were, of course, Cajun Craze, which is our terracotta colouring of an ink. Alright, when you open your ink pad, you've got a palette in there, and the ink pools at the top or at the bottom of the ink pad. Just squeeze it, and this part will actually come into contact with the sponge and leave you some ink on the top. That is going to be picked up with a blender pen in a moment. And then next I have what have I got? Rich Razzleberry. Now I've chosen Rich Razzleberry because of the card and the border of the border on the card, I should say. And I'm going to colour in her dress. I'm just going to do that now, and then I'll speed the video up and I'll come back to you at the end and show you how to pop it all together. So this is the lady coloured in using the blender pen and the various different colours. just to say that I've used the Smoky Slate on the umbrella, rich Razzleberry for her dress and the shoes, and then I've taken a little bit of pink Pirouette and just coloured in the back of her neck and her legs. So I've used the blender pen, and this is a double-ended pen, and it's basically got a solution inside which is like a clear ink, and you pick up the ink directly from the ink pad, colour until the ink disappears, or if you've had enough colouring, wipe it off, scratch it off onto a piece of scrap paper, and then you can change your colour again. The tips of the blender pen will start to change colour, but even though they do start to change colour, then they are absolutely fine to continue using, and mine have been going and going for a long time now. So a pack of these will last you quite a while. You do get them in a pack of 3. So if you have any of our ink refills, you can take ink directly off of like a little puddle of ink, or you can do it in with the ink pad. Whichever way you do, these are a fantastic tool to have. They also work with our new watercolour pencils, which I'll be showing you in a couple of videos time. So now all I need to do is put it together and pop the sentiment on. Now I used Happy Birthday originally, and Happy Birthday was from the Rose Wonder stamp set. There is a Happy Birthday in the Beautiful You stamp set, and it says Happy Birthday Gorgeous, which I do like, but I do need a thank you card, so I'm going to be popping a thank you onto this card that I've just made. Lovely. And then this will just stick down onto the rich Razzleberry. I also have some foam pads, and this layer is actually on the Dimensionals, which we call the foam pads. Foam pads which we call Dimensionals even. And that's about enough. The cute little hexagon shapes. Okay, and that just goes in the middle of the card. And that is how you make a simpler version of colouring in on this card. So even if you're worried about colouring in, have a go at just colouring in the lady, and you'll be surprised that it is actually extremely easy, and you will really enjoy doing it. You could even do it inside as well. So there we are. That's how we make the card today. Thank you so much for watching. All the details about all the supplies will be at the bottom of this video in YouTube, or it will be in the bottom of my blog post, and you can find all the information at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.